Hey, what's up, everybody? It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show of your 24-hour day, coming to you from WODU Studios, the best in college radio. I'm your host, Brendan Abbott, and my co-host to my left in the background, Rashad Pennell, my co-host to my direct right, Kyler Lewis, and our guest for today, Malcolm Pennell, Rashad's brother. Our last show of the semester, guys. This is legit. This is it, Michael Jackson style. It's the last show. So, guys, let me know how y'all feeling for this last show. I don't know what Rashad's doing in the background, but like he got Tourette's or something. But how y'all feeling this morning for the last time for the semester?
Well, I got enough energy to finish this show.
Enough energy.
And after that, it's over.
The grindhouse?
It's over, my man.
I feel you. Rashad, how you feeling?
Woke up late. It's all good, though. Because I got the energy. It's the last show, guys. We got to live a little. Live. IHOP, Waffle House. Live. It's a good day. Talk to you sports. Last show, we in there.
This man has used every B Frank saying.
Not Waffle House.
Shout out to Brandon.
Malcolm, how you feeling?
Sensational.
Hey, sensational. Bless up. Another one.
Man. That's when you know you live with somebody, when you can say their saying before they say it.
We share at the same time, actually.
Right. All right, guys. So let's talk about these topics for today. So topics for today, we're going to be talking about the Golden State Warriors and if they can win without Stephen Curry. You know what I mean? If they should just rest them for the rest of the series against Houston. And then we'll also talk about some of the issues Houston is having because nobody saw what this coming, the season Houston's putting up. We never saw this coming, especially after the season they had last year. So we'll talk about that. Then we'll also get into the NFL draft and talk about who the top 5 picks in this year's draft should be. And excuse me. And then talk about if Oklahoma City does not make the finals, should Kevin Durant leave? I think it's a very valid question, but let's get into the NBA playoffs to start out with. So pretty much, Golden State has been putting the works on the Houston Rockets. It hasn't been – it's one of those series that you can just see that one team has been better than the other, and it's honestly it's been a team game versus an isolation game for what it seems like for the most part. You look at this game, the end score was 115-106. Without Steph, the Golden State Warriors managed to shoot 49% from the field, 34% from three-point range, and 71% from the free throw line. They attempted 38 free throws. So even without Steph, Klay Thompson goes for 34. Andre Iguodala drops 18 off the bench. And then Draymond Green has a near triple-double, 12 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists. Then you look at it from the game before when Steph played, they won 104-78, which was much more handedly beating, in which Steph dropped 24 and pretty much 2 in the first half, and he only played 3 minutes in the second half. So with this ankle injury, even though they did an MRI and they ruled that it's nothing serious that he would be out for this series with, or he would need to miss considerable time for it, he is still listed as questionable for Game 3. So do y'all feel as though Steph Curry should be rested the rest of the series? Khaled, let me hear what you think. What do you think first?
I think that Stephen Curry should be rested for the rest of the series. As we saw, in the last game, that the Warriors can definitely hold their own against Houston. What you call Klay Thompson taking charge and amassing the most amount of points for the Warriors, and also Sean Livingston stepping up in the point guard position instead of Stephen Curry. I think they definitely know how to play against the Rockets, and I think they can definitely beat them without Stephen Curry for 2 more games. All they got to do is last 2 more games for real.
Okay. Rashad, what do you think?
No, you don't rest this man. You let this man play. Yeah, he's got injury. You let him sit this game. Then he gets a total of about 8 days of rest total from this past game carried on to the Game 4. It's about 8 days total of rest. You can't let this team get comfortable playing without Steph Curry. We've seen teams where they lose a star player, they get comfortable playing without him, and when that player comes back, it doesn't help the team. Yeah, yes, it's only a limited amount of games. Yes, it's only about more likely it's looking like about to be a sweep. So you only play without him for 2 games. But that's 2 games. That's key pivotal games. You may sit him for this game, but you play him Game 4 to get him back in rhythm. You make sure that the team doesn't get out of sync with them. You don't want to point where Klay Thompson, because he has to basically what he has to do now is average 30 to help the team out. You don't want him to get into that mindset where it got to be him or nothing. And with Steph Curry out, you want that now, but you don't want Steph Curry to have that for a long period of time. That effect with Klay Thompson. So you don't rest him all the rest of the series. You rest him this next game, let him get his 8 days total of rest, and then play.
All right, Malcolm, what do you think?
Well, it doesn't matter because, I mean, Steph Curry, he's not human. He's a video game dude. I mean, he's not even a video game. He's that good. He's not going to lose his rhythm. So I say rest him because at most they play 3 more games. So, I mean, they're going to beat him regardless. Clay's going to step up. They don't need Steph for this series, but they definitely going to need him for the next series. So I say give him some rest. Let his ankle heal up a little bit more because, I mean, he's gonna be in for a battle in the next round.
Yeah, I agree that it seems as though Houston's a team they can beat without Steph. So I would rest them because essentially you can get him a few, because this ankle is not, it'd be different if it was any other player, it would be different. But because this dude is known for having weak ankles and his ankles having issues, and he legit has missed time in large increments in past seasons due to his ankles, I would sit him because if you can beat a team without him, why not just rush your star who you need down the line? Because you're not going to beat any of those other teams down the line if Steph can't be healthy. And if you play him and then that ankle it turns out to be gimpy, then there was no benefit if you've shown that you can beat him. Now, if there's a difference where you can't beat Houston without Steph, I mean, you beat him in Golden State once without Steph. Now you're going to Houston, which is a different story. But if you lose in Houston and then you might want to play Steph. Does that change it for y'all? If they lose in Houston tomorrow night, would you then play Steph?
No.
You still wouldn't play him?
I say 3 games at the most. They got 3 more games at the most. Let Steph Curry rest. He's gonna need it for the next. Yeah, round. That is only just 1 game.
I don't look at it the same way you guys look at it. I look at it in an aspect where you gotta play this man because the way the Warriors play isn't completely the same as it is when Steph Curry is there. The play style is a little bit different. It's a lot. There's not think about it, because Steph Curry garners a lot more attention than a lot of these other players do. You even say he gets more attention than Klay Thompson do. Klay Thompson can shoot almost as well as he can. It's different. It's a lot more less stress on their other players' bodies when Steph Curry's out there because Steph Curry can hit them for a lot more open passes. Yeah, it's still a team-oriented team, still find open passes, but they have to do a lot more. They put a lot more stress on them, making them a lot more beat down for the next round. Steph Curry got to play.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Khalid.
I would agree to that if their opponents weren't the Rockets. Now the Rockets are lazy on defense, so they really don't. They really wouldn't focus too much on. I mean, they focus on Steph Curry because he is the star of the team, but because of their lazy defense, I mean, they really don't need Steph Curry to beat them.
But this is basically it's the same Rockets team as last year that took them to 7 games. And if you look at it differently, I mean, yeah, they're playing a lot worse this year, but at the same time, it's still the Rockets. You still can't say, oh, it's just the Rockets. They're in the playoffs for a reason. Yeah, they're the AC. Went from the what? They were third last year.
Bro, they
second and third last year. They're second.
41.
I mean, yeah, they had a bad season, but it's still the same team.
We'll get to the Rockets.
It's still the same team.
I understand what you're saying, Colin, because yeah, they made the playoffs, but last year when the Pelicans made the playoffs, none of us picked the Pelicans to go beyond this point or beyond the first round. They're an eighth seed for a reason. They're an eighth seed because they're the easiest team to beat in the playoffs.
But if the Thunder would have won that game, though, people would have been like, "Oh snap! Okay, it might be."
It would have been a good matchup, but nobody was going to pick the Thunder to beat Golden State. Russell Westbrook can't beat a team by himself. You're biased. You're biased. He is biased.
Think about it. Golden State wasn't like they were now last year. Like
they were still a good team.
I mean, they were a good team, but people didn't support them like they did now. You see what I'm saying? People would have picked Westbrook against them because that man was doing what he was doing this year, all these triple doubles. But see, it's not as exciting this year because he did it last year. When he did it last year, everybody's like, "Oh snap!" It's still exciting he's doing it, but I mean, because he did it last year, it's like this is all right. We're accustomed you like Draymond Green. We're accustomed you doing triple doubles now. It's good job. Now imagine if Mike Conley got triple double. Oh my goodness, Mike Conley, a triple double for Mike Conley. But now it's like Draymond Green and Westbrook.
Think about it, that's the only reason why he was in the MVP conversation. If it's not for these triple doubles, he's not in the MVP conversation. But that alone doesn't get you picked to be a whole better team.
But as you
and the other team has an MVP caliber guy. It's different if you're playing a team like Atlanta and they don't have a star or something like that. People arguably say they don't have a star. This team is filled with all-stars.
I know.
So there's no way I'm picking a team with just Russell Westbrook healthy with no Kevin Durant to beat this team.
Some people did at the time. Some
man.
people did. But my point about that saying is we can't. Well, I don't want to sit here and slight the Rockets saying Steph Curry can rest because it's the Rockets. Nah, that's not how I feel about it. I mean, Steph Curry has done this with plenty. Steph Curry and the Warriors done this with plenty of teams. Just abuse them.
But here's
look at the Warriors. Spurs. We're not saying it's the Spurs. We sit Steph Curry out. We send them slight the Spurs too.
The Spurs. They did not sit Steph Curry against.
I'm saying we see them slight. I'm saying we seen them slight the Spurs the first time they played the Spurs when they dubbed them.
They were playing their guys. It's not like they were like, oh, it's the Spurs. Like they came to play because it was the Spurs. Right now they're like, it's the Rockets. We can afford not to have that.
How do we know that's how they're thinking?
Because they sat him. What do you mean?
They sat him because he's hurt.
No, he could have played. They said he was available to play the rest of game one. They were like,
he's available, but he take precautions.
The NBA Finals and it's Cleveland. You think you're going to sit Steph? You really think they're going to sit
because
Steph?
you're at the end of the season. You know,
but
it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter if it's a playoff series and you need to win a game against the team. You think they're going to sit him against the Spurs if they need to win a game against the team? If his ankle isn't severely hurt, now it's different if it's severe, but if it's something that he can still play with, you think they're going to sit him against the Spurs?
I mean, they was up in a lot in that game. First game, they sat him.
They sat him.
Second game,
they sat him 2 days ago.
But
that was the Spurs,
they sat him because of Steph Curry, the way he was feeling about it. Because if you watch one of his warm-ups, he felt uncomfortable on his ankle. That's Steph Curry's choice as well.
I'm saying, but if Steph Curry knew that was the San Antonio Spurs, he knew it was the Rockets.
I think he said one game.
The Rockets.
If he felt that uncomfortable,
through injuries before. But I mean, let me hear what you got to say.
Nah. If they play the Spurs, no, because the Spurs legitimately can beat them. The Rockets can't.
They can't.
No, they can't. No, they can't.
They did it last year.
They won one game. This team is better this year.
Exactly.
They are way better.
The Warriors, I'm not even on the Warriors bandwagon, but them dudes is nice. That man Steph Curry, like everybody around them is nice. But like, see, if they play the Spurs, you gotta play them because they're the Spurs. I mean, they was like the second best team in the league. Yeah. And then they was like 6-7 games.
Yeah.
So I mean, they legitimately could beat them, but the Rockets can't because they're trash.
I know you want to show the Rockets respect and everything, but Golden State it plays as an actual. See,
that's what they do. But
just sitting Steph isn't like they forgot how to play with Steph. It's not like that's gonna happen. It's not like they're being forced. Yeah, you know, they're playing legit 2 games without him. If they sweep them, maybe 3 if they lose game 3 or game 4.
What if they lose 2 straight though? Then we go serious.
No, that's what I said. That's what I said. Does it change if they lose 2 games, but they won game 2? Yeah. All right, you're acting like they lost. They won game 2, so they're coming off a win. So they just handed the Rockets an L, and they were up double digits in the 4th quarter without Steph. And here's the thing that also, as I was watching the game, legit, the Golden State Warriors were keeping the Houston Rockets in the game by fouling James Harden. The man attempted over 15 free throws. Like, they kept them in the game just by fouling him. And he still shot inefficiently. He shot 7 of 19. So,
hey, I'm just saying, man. The Lakers beat the fully loaded Warriors.
This wasn't the playoffs. You're going back to that game as if
the Lakers beat the fully loaded Warriors.
You're gonna keep going back to that series.
The Rockets can scare them. I'm just saying. the Lakers want to beat the fully loaded team. Sit Stephen Curry for the rest of the series.
Did you hear what Andre Iguodala said about them? He said it feels like a scrimmage. It feels like a
that's
what Andre Iguodala said about them.
I mean, that man's a savage. That man doesn't care. He has no filter.
No, that's how he would not say that about the San Antonio Spurs. He would say that about the San Antonio Spurs.
Draymond Green would. Draymond
would not.
Draymond Green, the dude that won championship. Like, yeah.
No.
The Cavaliers, they do. Yeah.
No. The only reason why they said that is because everybody in the Cavaliers camp was saying we would have beat y'all if we had Kyrie and Kevin Love. The San Antonio Spurs have shown them respect the whole time. And even when they went into San Antonio, they were sitting here saying, oh, well, we got to see how it turns out.
They dookie.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying, man.
And you're just
saying, don't sit Steph. sit the next game, get your 8 days rest, and get back in there.
So if he goes and play that fourth game and gets injured, and it's just gonna hurt their playoffs.
That's not good. If he gets injured, he gets injured. That's gonna happen if he's healthy or not healthy.
Okay, and going into the next round, what's that gonna do to them?
Yeah, he is more prone.
They set him out the whole playoffs. Then if that's the case, if he's prone to injury,
you said him
out
the
first round.
like you said, it wasn't a severe ankle injury. It's not a severe ankle injury. He walked off on his own. He actually tried to run and play. He did warm ups. He felt uncomfortable. He sat him out. So it means obviously, if not that severe, he has rest. 8 days of rest is gonna be enough. A week of rest on your knee with the advanced technology that NBA and NFL stuff like that have. He's gonna be healthy.
So what is
so you play him.
You play him with the rest. That's the point.
You rest. No, you rest those 8 days, and you don't play him. You don't play him game 3. You play him game 4 and 5.
You play him when you need to play him. If you don't need to, if his ankle is 100% game 4, play him. Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be.
That's the thing. It hasn't been
without Steph Curry.
Right now,
no need to play him.
Exactly. Right now, it's questionable.
Game 3 is questionable. After game 3, they don't play again until Sunday.
No, we're asking about we're asking about the rest because this you even need him to play. That's the thing. You even need this dude to beat that Houston team, and Houston hasn't shown us that
teams can come back at any time.
It don't even seem like they got
not against Golden State. Not against Golden State. Golden State is not the Clippers. Okay, they're not the Clippers. They're not going to let somebody come back from 3-1 to beat them. I'm sorry.
Hanging over my head.
I'm sorry. You know what? We'll use that to transition